Yo, what's up? So a couple days ago, I did a video going over the Mist reveal trailer. So that video did pretty well. So I want to follow that up with a really deep dive, at least as deep as you can get into some of their stuff. Uh, and so first, I'm going to start off by saying, if you're one of those people who is just like in love with this game, you need to stop. Okay, like not because the game is bad or anything, but because you're fucking annoying. Like stop. Like any of these people, it's true for any game really. Like it was the same for World of Warcraft. I made an entire video about how copium the community is in World of Warcraft. It's the same shit here. Listen, maybe on that last video I didn't go diving deep into their stuff because I said I wasn't going to. I said I was going to look at the reveal trailer and give my honest opinions on that. I didn't say I would do anything more. So if you had like half a brain or could listen for 3 seconds, then maybe you'd understand what I'm talking about. Maybe you could see past anything I said in that video. But no, you people are so like uptight and up your own ass about this shit. You're like, the graphics are better now. You gotta go look at the new graphics. Or, oh, you don't know anything about the game. Yeah, I fucking said that. That's what I said going into it. So no shit. Maybe just listen next time. You'll do better. But fuck me. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna look at their website. We're gonna go through some of their dev diaries or whatever the fuck they have on here. And we're gonna try to find some of the stuff about the developers. If I can find any on their website, I haven't really gone too deep into their website. I'll do that right now through the course of this video, and we'll go over it and we'll see how I feel about this video after giving it a deeper dive. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go over their website just in general. So one thing I noticed is you can't right click on their website, which I think is kind of weird. Like that's something that you'd have to intentionally disable. I'm not really sure why they would intentionally disable that. It's super weird. Also, you can't hit like F12 to open like a developer thing or like notepad or something. But if you like copy this in case that you ever want to do this and you open like a thing like this, you can actually just go to the page there and then you can still do the same thing. So if you just wanted to use developer tools and look at the HTML, but the website is preventing you from doing so, this is one way you can do it. There might be other ways. This is just what I would do. But yeah, that's just something weird that I noticed. I don't know if I've ever seen a web page like do that really on like something like this. I've seen web pages like alter the way that right click works. So if you go on like Google Docs, like the way that your right click works on there is a little bit different, but still it's kind of weird. Anyway, so also something else is if you click these, it actually just drops you down to some different part of this section here. The only one that doesn't do that, I think, is the videos, which takes you to an actual different page. But yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird, I think. So those are the two weird things I noticed about the website so far. Not that that really matters that much. So let's just go ahead and get into some of the stuff here. So it says collect NFTs. So welcome to Mist. Collect NFTs, battle epic monsters, and explore infinite immersive environments in this blockchain-based NFT action RPG built on the Mist NFT framework. So something I've also noticed is that throughout a lot of their marketing and a lot of like their stuff that they put out, they interchange between like ARPG and like MMORPG. Now it's possible for an MMO to also be an ARPG, but it's weird that they would market it sometimes as an ARPG and sometimes as an MMORPG. I don't know what the intention is unless there's maybe like multiple people writing this stuff and like there's just an incongruency there. Not that, again, that doesn't really matter that much. It was just something that's like that's kind of weird. I don't know why that is the case, but yeah, so it seems like this is actually going to be, at least in some form, an MMO. I don't know how many people they're going to have per server or whatever. Like, I haven't seen anything about that. But there is going to be a lot of people on a single server running around together and shit like that. So the game universe connects to Mist native token as the in-game currency, allowing you to farm and stake tokens to earn in and out of game rewards. Come dive into the Mist universe. So that's the video gallery. Okay, and then if you look up their coin, this is basically what comes up. You can go buy it. I believe this must be their token because it's like the same emblem and stuff, unless someone like faked it. That's kind of fucked up. But this is what I assume you're going to be using either to purchase the NFTs, or maybe in some cases the NFTs might give you, like is the case with like Cat Girl coin or some weird shit like that. If you're just interested in like investing in the coin and not really playing the game, I don't know if I would ever advise, I guess I would never advise people to like invest in anything really, but I don't know if that's necessarily the best idea, but do what you want with your money. I would say that for me, I'm probably not going to use, unless I play the game, I probably won't use the coin at all, but I mean, that's up to you. It's all speculation, right? So this is their coin, and it operates off of their Binance Smart Chain. A lot of tokens do that. It just makes it easier for you to start up your own token. If you want to make your own cryptocurrency, I suggest looking into how you can integrate with Binance's system, or maybe other things have a system like Coinbase or something like that. It just makes it a little bit easier on a developer if that's something you're trying to do. But yeah, that's their coin. And then you can go to their NFT market, and I guess you can buy like whatever. You can upgrade your NFTs, or you can just like straight up buy from auctioned off, I guess. But I don't see any listings, I guess. Hello? I wonder if this just isn't part of their thing yet. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't have any NFTs, but your whole system's broken. Like, how do you even know which NFTs I have? Is there even a way to sign in on this webpage? Oh, you just connect your wallet? Yeah, okay, I don't know. Either way, um, this is kind of weird that that didn't work. Like, what the hell? It's like probably trying to connect to a wallet, but there's not one, so it doesn't know what to do. That should be something that's fixed on their website, honestly. It's kind of weird. So something else I'll notice is that some of the images they have up here, like this one, have very different graphics from the things that they're selling in a lot of their NFTs. Now, one of the most common things people commented on is like, "Oh, the graphics don't look like that anymore." Okay, I understand. I guess they look more like this, which is obviously a lot better than what was in the reveal trailer. But still, why are their NFTs still sold with this dog shit fucking graphics then? Like, I guess unless like you could still make the representation in game better even if these NFTs existed before. I don't even see any like more recent NFTs that don't look like dog shit, but whatever. I mean, that's a small point. As long as it integrates in the game fine and it looks better in the game, like that would be all I really care about. Now, some people don't even care about graphics, and that's also fine. Like, I think old school RuneScape's good, even though the graphics suck in that. So it's just some minor thing to consider. The only reason I brought up the graphics being bad in the trailer was because it, to me, sometimes that might seem like they're being lazy or they're trying to put as little work into it as possible before they rug pull. But it does, from this, it looks like they're at least trying to upgrade a lot of the graphics and stuff. If this is like a true screenshot, like there's not really a lot to go off of here other than these screenshots. Maybe there's another video we can go over later, but right now that's pretty much all there is. Now it says the mist token can be staked and used for farming inside and outside the game universe. Yeah, so we looked at the token where you can buy it and you can use all that shit there, but apparently you can also do that in the game as well, which I think is pretty interesting. I like the idea. So like, I don't know if people thought I was like against this or like something like that, but I'm not against the idea of like using crypto and NFTs and blockchain in games. I think that's a cool idea, and the idea that you can get this stuff in the game is also really cool. I just think that your buy-in for that kind of game has to be very, very specific, because there's no doubt in my mind that any game using crypto or blockchain or NFTs or anything like that is going to become pay to win. Otherwise, you're not really going to do a good job selling NFTs, or they're not going to work well in the auction house unless you're only going for like really cool cosmetic stuff. And which might work. I mean, I could see a world where that does work. Like you can look at like um knife skins in like CS:GO or stuff like that. But I think the problem with doing that in an MMO is a lot of the time the progression for an MMO is cosmetic. So if you're only doing cosmetic NFT stuff, which it looks like they're not, because I saw upgraded NFT stuff for their characters and items and stuff, but let's say that they were, that might lead to a situation where either they don't get enough player base because people aren't interested in it, or they don't get enough sales of their NFTs because that's not like how the progression is going to work in their system, right? So I don't know. I feel like it's better for an NFT blockchain game for it to actually be pay to win, because that is the buy-in. As long as everybody understands that's how the game works and that's how it's going to work, I don't think there's really a problem with doing that. Get rewards when you stake or use the token to farm in game. I also think that's pretty cool. So, I mean, I'll just give you a quick. So, staking your token, basically, you give up access to some of your coins for a length of time. It differs on the token. I don't know what it is for Mist. It could be, sometimes it could be like a year or it could be less. It doesn't really matter. What matters is you give up you give up the use of your token for a time in order for them to verify new tokens being like claimed. And so that is going that way you don't have to do it by verifying against all that complex math. That's the reason that like proof by work is like so hard on the like ecological side of things. This is a lot more like environmentally friendly because really they're just comparing these numbers to each other. And it's also yeah, it's a lot easier for people who are just like, oh, I don't have a lot of GPUs, but I can buy a lot of coins and then I can stake those and then I can make some kind of money that way. So it's cool that they're also doing in-game rewards for that, I think. Invest in farmland and shops, earn rewards in a fun, immersive way. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but yeah, it sounds like they're actually just turning like crypto investing into a game, which it could go poorly, it could, but it could also be incredibly good, right? Because there could be some kind of allure to like either like not smart people or people who aren't financially okay, who just are like throwing money into this because they think it's the next big thing, which I think is really fucking stupid. If I was financially like poor, I don't know if I would ever throw money into something. Like I would only ever throw excess money I have into something like this, but it could also lead to kids feeling like they want to spend a lot of money on this. I mean, we see like kids like they spend their parents' money on V-Bucks and shit. So if this was like incredibly fun, like why would they not do that here? Like I could see that becoming a problem, but there are some ways to get around that, I think. But obviously, like you can't prevent it for every situation, no matter what. But I think it's something that these developers need to look out for. Is considering like what the impact might be on children or on people who aren't necessarily financially sound. Now, I mean, that's my opinion. You can say like, well, I don't care about people who are financially stupid and then they spend all their money. That's their problem. I don't know. I'm a little bit more sympathetic, especially when how scammy the NFT market kind of is. I feel like if the developers put like extra due diligence on like making sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen, it would go a long way, at least for me. That's my opinion. And then we get to talk about some of their classes. And again, the graphics look kind of dog shit here. So I don't know if that's how it looks in the game or if they just haven't updated these models here. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe one of you crazy people who comments on my videos can tell me. Crusaders are tenacious warriors sworn to service in exchange for a share of their god's celestial power, self-righteous and stubborn. Ooh, that's kind of a rude way to put it. Crusaders use superior physical prowess and divine gifts to shield their kin from the influence of godless beasts, and fight to reclaim control of the sacred lands. Armed with devastating melee weapons and an unshakable conviction, Crusaders charge fearlessly into battle with the knowledge that in death their valor will be greatly rewarded. Okay, so this is basically just like a paladin. I don't know what kind of. I mean, so I assume that there's like there's magic. Is there like a warrior? I don't see a warrior, but like normally. So in my experience in games, you have like a warrior class, and then you'll have like an enchanter class, and the paladin is supposed to be like a half caster, where they're like half warrior, half caster. Looks like they just have the half caster here. They have a ranger, not really a tanky kind of person, but you know that's fun. So we have an enchanter. Enchanters are gifted with natural physic or natural psychic abilities and powerful analytical mind. With the dedication to honing their practice, they can be capable allies or deadly foes, depending on whether or not they deem you to be worthy of their companionship. Enchanters harness an impressive inventory of spells and illusions to manipulate the very fabric of reality and outsmart their opposition. Yeah, so this just is like a caster class, pretty basic, and then you have your ranger, which is going to be like, you know, either melee or ranged DPS that's using like a yeah, I see a bow and then like the double like sword or dagger, like you could think of it kind of like a rogue if you're more familiar with that kind of stuff. So it's like a rogue ranger. If you play like any tabletop RPGs or if you've played pretty much any RPG ever, you probably understand that. Equipped with profound ancestral knowledge, rangers are skilled. Also, okay, so this ancestral knowledge also makes me think they're taking some inspiration from like maybe druidic stuff, but they also have a shapeshifter, so that sounds also like a druid. So it sounds like maybe they mix some things between like maybe like Diablo 2 stuff or like D&D stuff together for this. Rangers are skilled at harnessing the power of earthly divinity to manipulate the forces of nature. Rarely spotted beyond the bounds of the magical forest from which they hail, rangers are never without their faithful but mysterious canine companions. These adept martial artists are experts in mastering new weapons and fighting styles, frequently changing their tactics to match their opponent's combat. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. Sounds like the most fast-paced one because usually casters are a little bit slower, but they do more damage. Crusaders are tanky. Shapeshifters pretty interesting. I like the idea of that. You catch me as a druid in every single game. Shapeshifters are skilled alchemists who use the ancient knowledge of long forgotten civilization to craft potent elixirs that imbue them with ferocity of the wild. That sounds kind of like some Nordic stuff, you know, like the berserkers and shit. Taking the form of cunning natural predators and unexpected critters alike, above all else, shapeshifters are masters of gaining the upper hand in any situation. Shapeshifters use forceful, multi-target attacks and savage melee abilities to dominate the battlefield. So, at least in World of Warcraft, the way that this kind of works is that a shapeshifter can basically take on, or like the druid can take on any role. So you could be like a caster, you could be like melee DPS, you could be a tank, you could be a healer. So I wonder if it's going to be something similar to that, or if they can just turn into a bear. I don't know. Witch hunter. So this seems like the just pure ranger, or something like that. Witch hunters are trained to track and destroy evil with chilling accuracy and relentless cruelty. Obsessed with eradication and of the unnatural, these merciless assassins let nothing stand between them and their prey. Witch hunters go to great lengths to learn how to use their opponent's abilities against them, combining powerful ranged attacks with artful defensive spells to ward off enemies. Yep, sounds pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know if the range of like classes is anything to really worry about. I mean, it seems like pretty interesting classes, and they have some. It's not like I don't know. I can go either way because there are some games where you can just like put points for every one, then you kind of whatever you want to be. I don't know. It seems fine to me. That's pretty much all there is here. So now we're gonna go to the news section and we're gonna read some of this stuff. And I think it's only fair to kind of go from the beginning onwards, since I said this is kind of or I said this is like a deep dive, right? So let's go into what we can here. Some other things I'd like to look at is the white paper. I'd like to look at the FAQ. Oh, they had a link to their mist token. Man, I wish I saw that at the beginning. Oh well. So I guess that's where you get the link from. What other things do I want to look at in here? I think this is just the same thing from their other thing. Maybe we'll look at the video gallery depending on what's there. But yeah, okay. So let's start here. So we have the adventure awaits. So if this is long, it's gonna be really generic. I'll probably just skip it. Okay, it's literally just this. The Mist team will be releasing information about the game and platform little by little. Before reading, feel free to check out our Twitter. Okay, I'll check that out after. Let's see. Mistx solid group audit results. Oh, this is gonna be some fucking nerd fucking financial shit. That's boring, isn't it? Okay, I don't care about that. That's boring. I don't care about the audit results. I guess if you are gonna check into like some things, like, oh, is this like legit, you could look at some of this. All right, fine, we'll look at it. Even though it's gonna be really boring. Okay, so Miss first of many audit results are ready to be released. Thank you for the solid group for all the care and attention during the process. Solid groups auditing process goes in depth and covers a wide range of token code characteristics. Of course, the main things the audit checks for are vulnerabilities and imminent risks to the safety and security of the code, but it also goes a step further. The audit checks things such as all the functions are present, all the events are present, functions return the correct type, functions, okay, yeah, it's pretty basic shit, right? Like, if you've read about tokens or crypto, you probably heard about this shit. Audit summary. No external threats were identified. Security audit methodology. Oh, I should read this part. Miss Smart contract code has passed second audit, this time with experience auditing from Solidity Finance, who have protected over $700 million worth of on-chain value and have completed audits for over 150 teams. I mean, it's pretty easy to be secure if you're using like an already established like backing, right? Like if they're already using the Binance stuff, then it's probably pretty easy to set this shit up. Taken from Solidity Finance's website, the audit methodology consists of 3 main steps. Where's step 3? Okay, whatever. Step 1, manual line-by-line code reviews to ensure the logic behind each function is sound and safe from the common attack vectors. Step 2, simulation of hundreds of thousands of interactions with a smart contract on a test blockchain using a combination of automated test tools and manual. Cool. I don't know what step 3 is, but I guess we'll never know. It's something that they forgot to add in. 100 partnership announcement. Cool. Mist is proud to announce a partnership with Kickpad and will be launching as preferred IDO on the Kickpad IDO through IDO partnership. Mist hopes to increase our range of exposure and help bring functional creative NFTs to a broader audience. What is Kickpad and why is a partnership? Kickpad is a hot new IDO launchpad on the Binance Smart Chain. They're very well connected in the industry and have over 4,000 participants in their IDO sales. This means that the Mist token can be distributed to many holders at launch. They also bring immense strategic value. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. Oh, God. Okay, I'm not going to read all these. I don't care anymore. I just want to read about the game. So they partnered with a bunch of cool people. If you care about any of this stuff, you can go read about it. The reason I don't really care that much is because they're all just companies anyway, right? And most of these companies are probably going to partner with anything that looks promising, or going to partner with anything that looks like it could be promising at all. It doesn't matter. Like, if one thing fails out of every like 100 things they back, like, who cares? So just keep in mind they have a lot, right? So they have they had 2 audits. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They got 13 either partnerships or like I guess endorsements. Okay, so good job. 3. So they're introducing Mist NFTs, a revolutionary 3D NFT marketplace system, which we looked at, but it didn't really work. But it could just be not working because I didn't have a wallet attached, which is probably something they should have checked for, but they didn't. So I mean, I can't really fault them too much for that. I mean, it didn't really try to fuck me, I guess. But if you are developing something, you might want to do some checks like that. But we can read this. Mist Immersive 3D Virtual NFT Marketplace will be live on August 6th at 2 p.m. UTC. You'll take our first steps into the Mist universe and be able to purchase NFT items in a revolutionary 3D immersive storefront, pets, weapons, armors, and more. So the way that it looked from my perspective on here, we can read more about it, basically is that from the marketplace, you can buy stuff from the company. You can also put your own stuff up on the marketplace and buy from other users. I think this is really, really, really smart, right? Because normally you're kind of left to do your own thing, like put your stuff up on OpenSea or whatever the fuck. And like that's really, really annoying. And it's hard sometimes to figure out where you can buy stuff from other users. I really, really, really like the idea of creating its own marketplace where they can buy and sell from. And I mean, they could also do it on the other ones too if they wanted. So I think that that's really nice. No more boring NFT catalog marketplaces. Welcome to a revolutionary, fully immersive 3D in-game NFT marketplace. Yep, sounds cool. No, more info on the NFT marketplace, including in-game controls, pricing, connectivity, and more. Available next few days. Marketplace accessible. The Mist marketplace is built to be fully accessible via web page, browser game style, no heavy PC build requirements. Yeah, seems pretty cool. Not only will this world serve as an NFT marketplace, but this world will also give players an introduction to Mist gameplay. This is the opportunity for players to test out the in-game controls, NFT levels, and power-ups. Player can use the Mist token to level up their NFTs, combining 2 NFTs of the same level and the Mist token. The players can obtain a higher level NFT of the same type. So something I'm curious about is how are they going to handle like distributing specific NFTs, right? So if you need 2 of a type of NFT, to combine them, right? Is it possible? Are they going to have like near combinations? So if 2 are close to the same thing, or are they going to continually release the same NFT over like the lifespan of the game, so that there's still a rarity in the market, but just not so much so that you could never ever like complete your set? You know, like I wonder how that will work. And I wonder if they've answered that question before. I don't know. I lean more on the side of hoping that they're allowing people to complete their stuff. In the long term. Oh, cool. We'll look at their Discord later as well. Oh, invalid link. Okay, they might have a link to their Discord somewhere else. All right, got it. All right, and then yeah, sure. We'll look at their Discord later. Let's look at this shit now. Okay, character class NFTs. I can close this now. Character class NFTs, new adventure class, and new adventurer class, and marketplace recap. Why didn't you update your homepage then if you have a new class? Character class NFTs, new adventurer class, and marketplace recap. In this article, We'll give an overview of 3 things. First edition character class airdrop event and sale, a new adventure class recap, the marketplace launch. Okay. Why? I'm actually very confused why they didn't update the main page of their stuff. It's kind of weird for the adventurer class. We will be running an airdrop event, and the winners will receive character class NFTs. 5 lucky winners will receive these character class NFTs and will be able to use them to play various classes in game. The character class NFT airdrop event is now live. So it sounds like you need the character class NFT to play that class, right? So you can't just pick a class and then upgrade it with NFTs. You literally need to own that class. That sounds fine to me for how this game is meant to work. Character classes in Myst, it's kind of like Axie, like Axies in that way, right? Like where you have to buy like your team or whatever. So it's pretty fine, I think. Character classes in Myst will allow you to experience different gameplay, different spells and abilities, and different roles in game. You could play as the default adventurer and focus on certain attacks and abilities, which will be strong, or you can use character class NFT items to create. So the character is like the base one that you can play as, and then you get the, okay, that's cool. I would like it if they did update their like homepage with that though still, honestly. Let's see. So some classes will be strong melee fighters, others may be strong spellcasters, others may be ranged fighters, and so on. Each class will have different field, gameplay, and immersion experience. Each Myst player can play the default adventurer class and can grow to be strong and powerful. However, if they would like to take on more specific roles, they will need the NFT class token. Yeah, that sounds fine to me. For example, if you will want to play the shapeshifter class, you will need to use the shapeshifter NFT to unlock that class. Note, the character class NFTs can be obtained in-game via ultra rare drops. That is cool. I wonder how rare it is though. With ultra low drop rates. Yeah, I mean, that's what that means, right? And will be burned every time they are upgraded to higher tiers. Yeah, makes sense. And now they're going to talk about the new adventurer class. Today, we also announced a new playable character class, which will require no NFTs to play, but can use NFTs to upgrade spells and abilities. That's cool. The adventurer, a jack of all trades with access to spells from each class, self-sustaining, diverse, and unpredictable. So I think that's a good plan, actually. So they're letting you try out different parts of that class, or like of every class, essentially. So maybe when you're ready to purchase an NFT, you know which NFT you want to buy. I like it. The adventurer, a jack of all trades, access spells class, self-sustaining, diverse, and unpredictable. They can use a variety of abilities in different situations, making them elusive opportunists. While other classes will only have spells specific to their class, the adventurer will have access to a few spells from everyone. The adventurer class will require no NFTs to begin playing. The adventurer class will have access to a few spells and abilities from every other class. For example, they will have a few crusader spells, a few witch hunter spells, a few shapeshifter spells, and so on. They will be able to improve the power of all their spells with class-specific NFTs, so they can have legendary tier abilities from each class. For example, an adventurer has 2 spells from Crusader, 2 spells from Enchanter. If the adventurer has a tier 2 Crusader NFT and a tier 3 Enchanter NFT in his wallet, his Crusader and Enchanter spells will be 3% and 6% stronger. This is the beauty of the adventure. Okay, yeah, it sounds pretty cool. So it sounds like you don't even if you were like actively purchasing NFTs, like it's still possible that the adventure class is still good. Like it's still a strong option. Upgrading character class NFTs and pricing. Okay, this is pretty interesting. So, oh, I should actually just keep their token up so I can see how much like something like this would cost, and we can talk about it. And we'll just keep this up over here, and we'll go back to here. So this is what it says. So, firstly, the character class NFTs will now be sold for Mysts and only Myst token. The character class NFTs will be available on the marketplace later this week. We will announce the hard date shortly. The price for each tier 1 character NFT will be 3,000 Mysts. So how much does 1 Myst cost? So 1 Myst costs 20 cents. And so you just take 1,000 and you divide it by 2/10 or 1/5, and that's how much you have. So we're looking at like $200 for one person. Where's my thing? Okay, so we're looking at about $200, or not 200, 400, right? Because there's, yeah. So $400 for one person. So that's pretty pricey, at least right now. What if it was ever less? So like, what day did this go up? Does it tell me? Maybe over here. August 9th. So on August 9th, how much was this? About the same. Yeah, so I mean, $400, that's a lot of money for a tier 1 character, but you can get them in game. So I mean, I guess it's up to you how much you want to spend, right? So and then it just doubles basically every time, it looks like. So 2,000 to 4,000 to 8,000 to 16,000. So 400 to 800 to 1,600 to 3,200. So that's a lot of money. You could probably, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, so it says an ultra rare drop. I want to know like what the percentage chance is, like 0.1%, 1%, you know, like 0.01%. Like, what's that ultra rare chance? So there will be limited amount of each character class sold. Okay. Each upgrade your character class will increase the damage, the effect of the ability by 3%. Character class NFTs can be upgraded in the same way that all other NFT items can be upgraded and with the same cost. If you want the strongest Crusader in game, it will need to be legendary tier. Okay, I don't like the idea of only selling like character classes for a limited time. I think that's super fucking stupid, because I mean, like, if somebody like burns all of the, or if like somebody like takes all, like, let's say somebody takes all of a class, they buy all of there is in existence, okay, and then they just like never play the game, then it's like, or ever sell those things, it's impossible for that class to be like playable again. So I don't, that I hate that idea. I mean, maybe they have like an ideal for how many of a single class will be in the game, which is fine. Then just add more of that NFT if it's not like up to that point, right? Like, I don't know why you have to do it like this. It's kind of stupid in my opinion. But it keeps the value of each NFT high, right? That's what it does. This means that tier 2 Crusaders will have a 3% stronger attacks than tier 1 Crusaders, and tier 3 Crusaders will have a 6% stronger attack than tier 1 Crusaders, and so on. Tier 5 Legendary Crusader will have 12% stronger abilities than tier 1. Yeah, obviously this is going to become crazy if there's like PvP and stuff in the game, but again, I said as long as the buy-in is there for pay to win, I'm fine with it. So 2 of tier 1 NFTs. Wait, does it cost 2 tier 1 and Mist Token? So you need 2 tier 1s and Mist Token. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of money. Now we're looking at a lot of money. So it was like 400, but you need 2 of them now. So we're at 800 plus another 2,000, right? Oh yeah, dude, that's crazy. So we're already at like 1,200 just to go from tier 1 to tier 2. Jesus Christ. Crusader 3,000 Mist. Tier upgrades increase ability FX by 3% each. Crusaders are tenacious warrior. Sorry, yeah, we already read all that shit. So we read all the stuff about them. We are humbled by the support of the participation from the community during last Friday's NFT Marketplace Go Live. For the first time, the community was able to experience the Mist gameplay and universe running, rolling, and exploring around NFT Island was the first taste of Mist for most people. The interactive NPCs and NFT sales system was tested and used for the first time. The NFTs sold out in mere minutes as players rushed to the NPCs and they interact with them. The NFT upgrade system was also implemented and players were able to upgrade the NFT tiers of their items. The system is being updated now and will be live soon. Okay. That's 53,000 players joined. That's crazy. NFT sold out in 6 minutes. That's crazy. NFT tier upgrade system was implemented and used by, so something that Kira TV actually brought up that I kind of agree with is that in these fields, like, there's not really any real, or not, I don't want to say it like that, there's not really any gamers, like hardcore gamers who are kind of in this NFT stuff. It's all crypto bros, and I kind of agree with that. I wonder how people in the NFT space would like consider this, if like they were playing the game, right? Because it said like people got to play the game and stuff like that. So I wonder how they would consider this. Anyway, let's see. So lessons learned: last minute change to BNB to WBNB was not optimal. However, it's necessary due to the last minute update, a smart contract, In the future, better communication will be expected. Okay, that's yeah, last minute change like that. Maybe you should have pushed back your launch date, but I understand why you didn't want to. Mist token was used for upgrading NFT tiers, but needed to be used to purchase NFTs for more token utility. Okay, true. I mean, I understand that they want the token to be useful, but I really don't like that they're never going to continue releasing those things. I think that's really dumb. Of the 3 servers, one of them had very high demand and was slower, thus limiting some people from entering the marketplace on time. By the time they entered, the NFTs were already sold out. Communication needed to inform players that they can use multiple servers, also thinking of a plan to help those who are not able to enter Asia server on time. Be assured, the Asia community will not be forgotten. I hope they do something to help specifically the Asia community. Sounds like they got absolutely fucked. NFT upgrade system works, just needs to be optimized to make sure the upgraded NFTs are more efficient stored in database, more efficiently stored. Okay. So they're probably having a lot of downtime because they're doing it horribly, I guess. All is good on blockchain, just optimizing on database side of the sake of UI and speed. Yep. I mean, you have like 53,000 people trying to buy NFTs. Yeah, it can get kind of crazy, I guess. I understand. Missed NFT first edition NFT sales finish and recap. That sounds boring, so I'm not gonna read that. Marketplace guide sounds boring. I'm not gonna read that. Now we have weekly recap. Hey, what do you mean two? Where's the first one? Bro, they deleted the first one. What the fuck? Well, that sucks. Wait, if I go like 1, can I go to it? Nope. It don't exist. That's unfortunate. Okay. So I guess we don't get the weekly recap number 1, but we do get number 2. So browser marketplace development completed, going live tomorrow. Wait, when was this put out? This was put out in September, so we're getting close to current date. Onboarded a few more team members specifically for networking. I wish they would put their team out, but I understand why they don't. Continued work on upgrading game controller, making controls easier, improving environments. Okay. Thank you for the quick update. Okay, so I guess we can go over this. Okay, hello, Miss Community, welcome. We have also continued team expansion on a few of our different teams. Okay, thank you. In addition, we are continuing to spend a lot of time on some less interesting but very important parts of the game code, including networking, controllers, redesign, and more. Yep, that is very important shit, I agree, but it is way less interesting. Marketplace going live tomorrow. Okay, that's already happened. Work continued on browser marketplace. Some contract code for the auctions was optimized and testing took a few days. Some UI changes on the marketplace had to be implemented as well. These updates were regarding different cases that may be less common, but must nevertheless be implemented. Okay, so something I will say, I do like these updates. They seem pretty specific about what they are. So if you follow my channel, you know I talk a lot about Earth 2 shit because it's cringe as fuck. But they'll just say UI changes on marketplace. That would be like their entire thing. But this says like what kind of what they did, I guess. Maybe they could be more specific, but it's a little bit more specific. Continue some redesign processes that revolved around different zones, characters, and items. More on this to come. We are recreating zones and areas in which we prior used pre-made assets. This was done for ease of early development. We have begun... Wait, what? We're recreating zones and areas in which we prior used pre-made assets. Why are you recreating them then? Why don't you just change out the assets? I'm confused why they have to recreate the whole zone, but seems like a waste of time. Just change out the assets. We began the process of recreating these with custom-made items, buildings, and more. Yeah, I don't know why they did it like that. Began work on slight redesign of the character control systems. This should make the game feel easier to play and make camera change and more intuitive. See, like that right there. They're talking about, okay, so the controller was bad because the camera was bad and the game felt bad to play. Okay, makes sense. Other miscellaneous, I don't like that. I don't like that. You need to tell me everything. So they go over, these are the UI changes for the marketplace. Okay, thank you. Marketplace for buyers. Yes, I see how this works. Viewing owned NFTs. Yeah, cool. Auctions for sellers. The Mist auction system is redesigned to incentivize sellers to list their NFTs at a reasonable price. By doing so, potential buyers, wait, how does it incentivize them? To just say like, hey, this is what it's selling for, or just like give them suggestions maybe. As an example, a 0.3% bid fee and a 20% return to seller fee. If the auction listing receives a total of 12 individual bids with average 41,000 missed over this duration, then the seller gets 295 missed extra from these fees. Oh. That's cool. So where does this company make their money then? Is it they just make, they probably take a percentage off of every that's, yeah, so they probably take a percentage, and I'm guessing that's this right here, right? So their bidding fee probably goes to the company. And then this 20% fee goes to the seller. So if, okay, so if you have a really in-demand NFT, you probably make fat miss token. That's kind of cool, I guess. I like it. Let's see. The image below shows an auction with a buyout price of 41,000 missed. The minimum bid amount is 10,000 missed. Each time a person bids on the auction, the seller will earn up to 25 missed. Okay, yeah, that sounds cool. I like that. I like that system. Peer-to-peer NFT transfers. Additionally, we are now made it easy for you to make transfer to other wallets. This feature is simple and very easy. You can navigate, send NFT tab, miss NFT marketplace. From the screen, you can enter a wallet address you want. Oh, so you can just send it for free. Yeah, like obviously that makes sense. Like, why would you not? That's so easy. Good job. All right, I like their marketplace. Got to be honest with you, I think it's cool. I like the way it works. I appreciate it. Reminds me in a way of some old like Diablo 3 kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So weekly recap number 3, let's see. So this one's way shorter. NFT marketplace improvements were implemented to improve speed, sorting, filtering, and more. Technical work continues to multiple game systems. Redesigned work continues for environments, assets, and more. Okay. Okay. NFT marketplace went live and experienced solid traffic. Revamped and upgraded multiple marketplace functionalities. How? Like which ones? Improved speed of marketplace by 9x. Really? I wish they would put the actual times. It's like, oh, it took, before it took, 2 seconds, and now it takes, whatever, 1 second or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Recoded and hotfixed gas fee issues. Gas fees are now much lower and usable. Added sorting feature in the marketplace. Oh my god, we're back to sorting. God bless. Thank you for doing that. Character controller changes were mostly finished. Finishing touches now. Okay. Worked on multiplayer networking and controller systems. This will be an important task we'll focus on in the coming future. Yeah, multiplayer networking. Yeah, this is probably something that should have been started from the beginning. You should always have network. You don't really, networking isn't something you add on to a game. It has to be like an integral part of the system. So it's a little worrying that they started that late. I hope that it's working okay. That they weren't too late into development before starting that. That's something you should probably start with in mind and do alongside with the development. Redesign and other special features continue to be worked on. Other miscellaneous game system development. Okay, like what though? Okay. I mean, I know they're saying like, oh, we can't just always give like the best updates, but like, come on, man. Like, this is so vague. Like, you gotta be more specific. All right, week 4. Oh, how many fucking weeks are there? Okay. We're on week 8. Okay, so week 4 is NFT upgrades. NFTs can now be upgraded on the browser site. NFT sales stat page. Cool. V2 marketplace is live. 10x cheaper gas fees than last upgrade. Okay, cool. Redesign work and continues for environment assets and more. Marketplace V2 is live. Improvement included an extra 10x cheaper gas costs. Woo! Woo! Good job. NFT upgrades are now live. Improve your NFTs. Cool. NFT sales history and stats. Yeah, obviously anything to track your shit, especially when you're talking about money, is super important. Dev diary work is beginning a new dev diary. This will take behind the scenes of the screens. That's cool. Finalizing work on new character controller. The new system is much different than the old controller we had. Dude, how's it taking them so long to fix that shit? Holy fuck. Redesign and other special features continue to be worked on. Other miscellaneous in game. Okay. Thank you for your disclaimer again. All right. We're just learning about the progress of this entire system. Missed devlog number 1 being finished should be live later this week. Team has selected Epic Game Store, which accepts a blockchain as a backup to Steam if necessary. Yes. So actually, I covered these two things. So Steam outright banned blockchain stuff, and Epic didn't, right? So I covered that stuff on my channel. You can go check out my videos talking about it. But yeah, that is, so they must have switched over to Epic. I mean, we'll see what they say later on, but they must have, right? So Epic Games named as alternative to Steam if needed. Either platform works well for us. Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't really matter. Dev Diary, first episode of Dev Diary goes live this week. Okay. NFT upgrades are still live. I'm sure that they will always be live, right? Finalizing work on new character controller. Dude, oh my god, they're still working on that. Redesign and other special features continue to be worked on. Other miscellaneous games. It's like copy and paste every week at this point. All right, so here's the dev diary. Let's see what they got for us. Oh my god. I probably won't read this entire thing, but this is thorough. Okay. So at first, Miss Token was like, ugh. But then Miss Token was like, pretty good. Okay. So over the past few months, the Miss team is relatively quiet on social media. Not a lot of actual game development updates have been posted. There's very good reason for that. It is not the right time to release updates, show development videos and screenshots. Okay, thank you. Overview of the dev diary. Okay, the beginning. Okay, they're going to talk about how this all started. I don't like acronyms like fear, uncertainty, doubt, and shit like that. So they wanted to make an MMO. Okay, basically they wanted to make an MMO. They wanted to do a bunch of cool shit. I get it. I get it. Okay, is there something that talks about what they did before? Nobody knew you could blockchain game in 2020? Yeah, they did. The fuck does that mean? Okay. Okay, so they're talking about some of the designs they went through. Okay, pretty cool. I do like the more like, I don't know, like you'd call this like medieval look. I don't really know, like high fantasy look than like the cartoonish stuff. I like that a lot more, for sure, for sure. 100% guarantee. Yeah, so they're just talking about like their path to a lot of this stuff. I do like their new look a lot better, obviously. Although if they ever have something like this in a game world that looks like this, that would trigger the fuck out of me. Actually. All right, let's go to the weekly recap number 6. Are they still working on this ship? Dev diary went live. Yeah, we read that. Work done on spell system and redesign. Redesign work continues for environment. We read the dev diary. Team worked heavily on spell system and spell balance. Yeah, but what'd they do? Like, these have gotten kind of lazier, it looks like. NFT upgrades are still live. Thank you. Finalizing work on new character controller. Bro! That's cap. If this is in the next update, I swear to God. Redesign and other special features continue to be worked on. Other miscellaneous. Okay. Literally, it's getting fucking tedious at this point. Missed Metaverse and Gameverse framework announced before you've even finished the controller. Yikes. Augmented reality and mixed reality functionality announced. Okay, redesign work continues the environment assets. Okay. So 1, Missed Metaverse and Gameverse framework announced. These systems will bring incredible new functionality to our ecosystem. I'd like to see it. Can I see this? Augmented and mixed reality has been announced. Teaser fashion. Much more in the tech to come in the future. Okay, I know that there's a video for this. We'll watch that. Finalizing. Dude, holy God. And it's all the same shit. Dude, Jesus. Dev diary number 2. Oh, it's the same picture. Nice. So information on all the new AR shit. Okay, cool. Today's dev diary will focus on Dunia Zone development. Okay, cool. Let's see about the Dunia Zone. Ooh, I don't want to care about the music that much. So they're talking about how they want it to feel. So we want the players to feel like this was a terrific start and terrific introduction to a much larger, more diverse world. Cool. They have a city. Okay, so this is what it originally looked like with some like dog shit assets, but you know that's how it goes when you're developing a game. We know that it gets a little bit better at least. Okay. Um. Yep. Yep. Let's go through the pictures. Okay, so this is the overall zone. So you have a city directly inside. How big is this zone? It doesn't actually look that big, but maybe it does when you're in the game. I don't really know. Like, I can't tell how big the actual zone is. So here's their second try. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Yeah, this like I don't know if this is like what kind of shading this is called, like cell shading or something like that. Like it's a very like Unreal Engine like basic Unreal Engine slash um whatever game engine shit, you know, like that's like the basic kind of default for like how shadows and shit work. So I don't fault them for doing it either. I think it looks okay. It just looks like kind of generic, I think. Um, but yeah, so that's cool. It looks pretty good, I guess. It's very like poly, right? And then here's the finishing touches. Yeah, so now they've definitely upped like the shading and stuff. It looks way better. Again, I hope that they never put this like kind of character model in the game. This character model is obviously a lot better. And then there's their houses. I mean, they look like assets, but I mean, I actually don't even care that much if they actually use assets. If it looks good and it looks like it fits in the world. What I don't like is if teams like just throw in assets that don't work, right? That's what triggers me. So we have an NFT gameplay footage. Okay, so let's watch this. Okay, full screen is unavailable. Okay. I'll make it full screen then. Okay, so they have running around. I mean, they have interaction anywhere in here. That would be cool if they add something that was like interacting. Because all they're doing is running around right now, which doesn't really give me a lot of confidence if they don't have any interaction going on. Because that shit's really complicated. Making a character model move around, that's not that hard to do. Making like interactions and stuff like that, that's way harder to do. But I mean, this is super early development, so I mean, you can't really fault them that much. Hey, this is a lot more than Earth 2's got, right? So there's that. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, graphically it looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but it is a small team. I'll grant that. Like, it looks fine. So yep, that's cool. They did a lot of graphical upgrading. I don't know if this is actually in their current model of the game because they don't have any interaction or anything like that. But hey, you know, we'd like to see the shape shifting and stuff too. So that was number 2, and then Mist Metaverse. Oh god, yeah, sandbox gameverse framework. Yeah, I want to see what the fuck this shit is. Mist is in development for over a year now. The first sketches of ideas began in late 2020, and we went live in early 2021. Since then, a team has grown. The scope of the project has grown, and I've gone through multiple redesigns, revamps, and changes, I'm sure. So they have a metaverse and a gameverse framework, and Mist is now a legitimate player in the augmented and mixed reality space. Okay, dude. Okay, it worries me when like new teams take on so much work at once, right? So like if you're a new game developer and you're going to like make an MMO, you're going to do augmented reality, and you're doing a metaverse. Like, it's too much. It's just too much. I mean, it makes me worry a lot. It makes me worry a lot. Meta means beyond and verse means universe. Okay, sure, I guess. Literally means something that is beyond a regular universe. In our case, the metaverse is a digital world in which players can own assets, create things in game, purchase real estate, Connect with others, make friends, and enjoy. Like that's not any different from like other older versions of like MMOs and stuff. Like that's not that much different from like what we already have. So I don't know why you wouldn't just stay with the same name, right? The word metaverse comes with many negative ideas. True, like Earth 2, yeah, fuck that shit. But I mean, Earth 2 is just on a whole other level. They think they're making the fucking Matrix or some shit. But if you look at like what Facebook's doing, they're just using like it as a way to like connect with other people. It's not even like as augmented reality shit. Like it's super not even close to like the same thing. So if they're thinking something more like that, that's kind of reasonable though. I don't know how they're going to compete against something like Facebook, but we'll see. We have to urge players to use our metaverse responsibly. We want people to remember that gaming can be fun. Gaming in the metaverse can be fun, and you can earn tokens. However, we strongly urge people to remember that there is a world outside the metaverse, and your humanity should remain in the real world. We are fully against and will not implement any of the negative and enslaving ideas that may come with the typical metaverse. Think of the Mist metaverse as any other gameverse. The only difference is that you can earn tokens, own land and dungeons, and earn tokens while you play. Okay, so it sounds like this isn't like the normal idea of like a metaverse of like they're not like trying to recreate some aspect of reality that hasn't already been done in games, right? Like they're just saying like, oh, you can own real estate and shit like that. They're not like trying to one-to-one map the entire earth with longitude, latitude, fucking z-axis and all that shit like some dumbass developers are trying to do, right? They're just trying to do some normal shit. But I mean, I don't know why you'd even call it the metaverse then, because like I said, this has already been done in MMOs before. So Mist Metaverse Framework Feature Summary. Let's see. Mist Metaverse Sandbox Gameverse Framework and augmented reality systems have many features, but here is a summary. Player created sandbox dungeons. Other players can join that dungeon when monsters are killed and loot is earned. The owner of the dungeon gets a percentage of that loot. Yeah, didn't what game could I don't know if it worked like this necessarily, but there was a game where you could make your own dungeon. I want to say it was like EverQuest 2, but I don't know if that's right. Players can own land in game when others kill monsters and earn loot in the land. The landowner. Okay, yeah, so pretty basic. Mist Gameverse framework will offer you easy drag and drop framework for people to create mini games, dungeons, and secondary games. In the Mist Metaverse, these mini games can earn players tokens, and the owner of the game will receive a percentage. Augmented reality and mixed reality systems will come with 3 initial games on mobile. Oh, what? A mobile game? Okay. Players will ultimately be able to earn tokens via these games. The first the first Mist augmented reality game will allow players to choose character class and fight enemies in their camera screen. Shoot fireball. Ooh, that sounds really fun. Yeah, why metaverse? This is a very philosophical and deep question. We will try to answer it in a short way. People play games and they don't get paid. We want people to play games and earn tokens. Okay, I mean, that's fine. They want people to also buy their tokens, right? Like that's why if you have like if you start earning tokens, you're already in the system, it's more likely that you'll buy their tokens, which I mean, it's just true. Secondly, we see that technology and humankind are moving in such a mindset. People are becoming more digital. Okay, I mean, I don't really care. That's probably cap. Features Mist Metaverse and Gameverse Framework Sandbox user created dungeon. We already talked about this. Augmented reality and mixed reality. Augmented and mixed realities will likely be a huge step forward, not only in gaming but in metaverse. I don't know if they will be, honestly. Maybe. I think it might be a huge. It's going to be a pretty big thing for like Meta or Facebook going forward, obviously. But I don't know if it's like going to be that big of an impact. It's hard to say. It could be. It could be cool. Not really sure. Okay, so Mist NFT gameplay footage weekly recap 8. So new MMORPG gameplay footage release, redesign environments and models, new metaverse gameplay footage release, augmented reality mix, closed demo selection process begins this week. Okay. I probably missed that. RIP. Work continues on building the main MMO RPG. Mist metaverse and games is growing as well. Work continues on music development. NFT upgrades are still live. Thank you. Finalizing work. Dude, they're still working on this character controller. And then the same shit from like last week. Oh, so they had a closed demo. That's cool. Dev diary. So we got to look at some more of the zones. Let's check it out. All right. I mean, this looks ridiculous, but maybe it looks better in game. I don't know. This looks cool. I like that. Yeah, so it looks like they are doing a lot of like in-depth modeling for like better graphics and stuff, which yeah, I appreciate. It looks like they're trying pretty hard on that stuff, so I appreciate it. They got another like endorsement. I don't know. I clicked on this earlier and I don't know, there's some potentially TOS stuff in there, so I won't even. Okay, see, like that stuff up there might be, but okay, so they're just looking at some of the weapons they've made. This is a way better version of that NFT thing that we saw. Yeah, see there, this is the one we saw before. This is the newer one. That looks really good, I think, but yeah. So we get to see some of the changes. Yeah, so this has a lot of detail in it compared to like that. Yeah, so yeah, this looks good. Like if this is actually what the in-game looks like, I mean, that's pretty cool. Appreciate that. Go through and see what some of these other ones look like now. Yeah, it looks good. Very nice. Okay, so that is their news page. Let's go and look at their white page. So yeah, let's see. God, I'm not gonna read all this too much, but this is a blockchain-based action RPG game centered around NFTs, staking, and farming. Built in Unity. Yeah, I said Unreal Engine earlier. Yeah, Unity. And Mist NFT game framework. Yes, cool. So this is just all their basic shit. So you find the NFTs, or you can find NFTs, but you can also buy them. You can farm for coin and you can collect that shit. Okay, makes a lot of sense. You can sell that on a marketplace. You got peer-to-peer transferring, and they have their marketplace, and you can also sell it on a third-party marketplace. 5 playable classes. We went over pretty much all this. Mist is an open world. Okay, thank you. So this is basically just like what their thing is all about. NFTs overview. Token use, killing. Okay, so how to obtain tokens in game. This is very interesting. Killing monsters. Okay. Completing quests, selling items in game, selling NFTs in game, farming in game through buying in game farm real estate. Okay. Staking in game through buying in game businesses. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I like that implementation. I gotta be honest, I kind of like this idea. It's pretty cool. I think. I think it's cool. Farming outside of the game. Okay, yeah, that's just basically how other crypto works. Staking outside the game, pretty much the same thing. Buying on an exchange and selling, and sending to your in-game character. Other tokens minted in-game. Characters can train a few skills and create in-game items, which such as swords, bows, and armor. In order to do this, they need raw materials such as wood and ore. These raw materials can be obtained throughout the in-game world, and characters will train specific skills such as mining, woodcutting. In order to collect these materials, each material, when obtained, is linked to a custom token. Okay, yep. Built on Unity. Here's the roadmap. So, NFT storefront partnership. Mist native 3D immersive NFT marketplace goes live. Steam store reveal in early September. Closed demo tester. Closed demo begins. So it looks like they are at least hitting their roadmap markers. Framework development. Game goes live. They think this will happen in 2022. Huh. Okay. And then this is some really fucking nerdy shit for all you crypto bros out there. But it's pretty important to notice. So 4.5% of the supply went to the team. And then it tells you about their vesting options. So this is very similar to like RSUs if you're familiar with like stocks. Partners, so a lot went to their partners. Advisors, DEX liquidity. I mean, this is all very basic shit. If like you'd expect all of this from not just like crypto company, but if your company is gonna have like an IPO or some shit, it'd be like the same thing basically. Cool. In-game drops 10%. I mean, so obviously if you're a developer on the team, you get like an advantage, but that's fine. I don't really care about that. Pretty basic white paper. All right, so here are some of their FAQ. I'm not gonna go over all the FAQ, but you know what I mean. So what is Mist? We already kind of went over that. Let's see, are any of these interesting? Will Mist World be open without loading screens? Yeah, will it? There will be a minimal amount of instancing. Yeah, so that makes sense. Like they probably have to instance for like player owned stuff or like dungeons and stuff like that. That makes sense. Will there be guilds? Ooh, yes. Between the guilds, players can trade and battle in order to gain tokens and strike deals. We have a team writers working on coherently implementing a joinable guilds and factions. Dude, that's cool. The way we are implementing a guild system is different from MMORPGs like WoW, where the guild is just a large party. Initially, we are looking to use certain pre-made guild. Oh, okay. So something like Skyrim has, I guess. I don't know. That's cool, I guess. What is the open world size in comparison? The Mist team evolves. We are finding more innovative ways of handling larger map size. For start, we are looking at follow a map size that is half of WoW from its classic days, of course. So half of WoW Classic. Now, WoW Classic was a really big game, but it was also made by a very, very rich company. So half of WoW in modern technology is probably very doable, I'd guess. Or half of Classic. Well, yeah, modern WoW would probably be a lot harder to do. It's a lot bigger, but um, we'll see. And it says, however, our team now has devs with expertise in procedural generation. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. Obviously, they didn't use procedural generation in WoW, so yep. Do you have any additional content showcasing gameplay footage? Yeah, we'll look at those videos. We'll miss out controller support. I don't know why you would play with a controller, but whatever. How is a Mist token supply allocated? Don't care. We already read that shit. What is the current circulating supply? Total supply. Okay, so the total circulating supply is 47 million. The market cap on CoinGecko and other websites has not been properly updated. Total supply is 1 billion tokens. Okay. Can I wait? Is it not going to be? I don't know. We can. There might be some problems with inflation, I think, but with 1 billion market cap, that's pretty high. Can I earn Mist token by playing the game? Obviously, that's the whole point. How is Mist in-game rewards and prices calculated? Our aim is to introduce self-governing ecosystem and utilize high-level optimization through principles of artificial intelligence. What? Okay. The Mist framework includes AI agents that regulate the price of each. Okay, I think they're using AI kind of loosely here. These are just very generic algorithms. Like, I don't know if you consider this AI, but yeah, it makes sense that this would fluctuate based on like their inflation of their token or something like that. That's what I would guess. For example, you sell a sword to the merchant, you receive Mist token in return for which will directly from the pool. Because the merchant now has more swords in inventory, the sword price is yeah, that makes sense. Like that just makes sense. How can I create a Binance Smart Chain wallet per? Yeah, I mean, you can just figure it out, dude. Just Google it. How can I purchase Mist tokens? CoinGecko or some shit probably. How can I stake Mist token? Can you only do this through their Binance thing? Mist token is staked on Cafe Swap. Okay, or you do it in the game, which probably most people do. Will trading be affected by high gas fees? The Mist token is connected to and synchronized with Binance Smart Chain. As such, it can be easily, quickly, and cheaply sent from one wallet to another. Yep, same Binance shit. How do I purchase earn NFTs? Yeah, we went over that. What kind of NFTs can be collected? NFTs such as epic weapons, fast mount, and in-game pets can be found, farmed, and collected. These NFTs serve as functional in-game items, which can be sold. So you can't get like character tokens in-game. You can only get these ones. Okay. Can I sell NFTs? Yay! Are NFTs cosmetic only, or do they carry? Oh yeah, we already know that they carry in-game utility because it increases damage. I mean, that's par for the course. Can NFT in-game resources be minted and traded in-game? Yes, that's part of the game. How will visibility of the in-game item drops function? Okay, that just drops on the floor. Pretty. I like this a lot. Like if it drops on the floor and doesn't just immediately appear, it's cool. You know, it's cool when it drops and it does cool animation and shit. You know, I like it. Why Unity? Because it's easy, bro. It's easy. That's why. I mean, also Unreal Engine's pretty easy too, but who cares? Unity's easy. What are your goals for the Mist framework? Okay, that's boring. Will the game be a single shard, or will it be hosted on different geographic servers? you would have to host this on multiple servers, right? Like, how would you do this on a single server, bro? Like, that is crazy. You would like fuck over somebody. Somebody would get fucked, guaranteed. Are there concerns or plans for a rising BSC fee? Wherever the challenges this may pose, this is why while developing our MIST framework, we are making sure that nothing we do is going to become breaking dependency for other chains. Scythe has presented our team with an approach that can provide us with in-game multi-chain connectivity. Ooh, that's kind of cool. However, we would like to let this cook. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, if you like, multi-chain connectivity sounds pretty cool, actually. Oh yes, this is actually something. Does the Mist? No, what? I don't care about that. Does the Mist team plan? What? This shit's broken. You see this? It opens both. Does the Mist team plan on staying anonymous, or is it only temporary? We would really like to be able to use our own names on Mist. It is still an ongoing discussion in the team to reveal ourselves. However, some members of our team are in a situation where their daily lives could get interrupted, their names become public. That's true. It is really scary. We'd like to keep all focus on the game and product, and doxing may distract from that. We wish we could. Yeah, I mean, I actually understand, to be honest. Why does this fucking thing do this? How long does the Mist project been in the works? Oh, yeah, I don't care about that. What is the Mist development team experience? Let's see. Lead developer Scythe has a background in academia for artificial intelligence and robotics research. Okay. I mean, it's probably fine without like industry experience, though. That makes it kind of hard to understand a lot of things, I think, that happen within industry. Like things like these issues that might come up like that are outside the vacuum of academia. So like this like multi-chain kind of stuff, like you don't really necessarily have to worry about that. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like if he's like an expert or she's an expert in artificial intelligence, that's cool. And have been an indie developer for the last 5 years in a few games. Okay, yeah, okay, so they do have a lot of industry experience. So that's good. The rest of the Mist team has experience in different parts, from network systems to crypto space. Okay. How many people? Yeah, our team size is currently in the double digits. What? Give me a number. Why would you not give me an actual number? What? That's weird. When will the game be available to play? It said 2022. Look at the roadmap. Development team is expanding. Yeah, that's fine. How can I access the closed beta? Where will Mist be available? What? We already. What is the minimum PC? No one cares. What operating systems will Mist be playable on? Can I place Mist on my Steam wishlist now? I can see the devs are very rare to show themselves. Is there any reason? Will the game be single? Oh yeah, these are all the same questions. Also, yeah, they never really answered the question of like, what happens now that Steam doesn't want any blockchain shit on their fucking thing? Are they going to Epic? Like, I mean, like that's the assumption, right? But they didn't really say anything. Okay, so we have the video gallery. I don't really care that much about like the zones. The zones look cool in the showcase we saw or whatever, but there's some other things that I probably care. So this is the one I watched before. I don't care about that stuff. I want to see like this right here. Let's look at this. Okay. So yeah, it's so they're on a table. And so how, like what's the point of this? Cool. Like this doesn't really mean much to me. I guess it's just a way to collect Mist, right? And it shows that, I guess it shows that they have the technology like there, like it works. Okay, that's cool. Let's see, what else can we do? I don't care about the character model. Maybe we'll look at one zone, right? Let's see like the new zone trailer. Let's go and look at this. Just don't care about that. I guess we'll go to 2K. And we can go to fast speed. Go real fast. guess. This is just another, it's like a, yeah, it's a zone showcase, I guess. I would like to see a lot of interaction. This also, I mean, yeah, it looks fine. Like, it looks fine. The zones look fine. Some of the graphics are bad, but it's fine. It's like an indie development stuff. It's fine. It looks okay to me. Like, right, like everything looks okay. Now let's look at their shit here. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. The Warmonger. You see that? Follow me. Our metaverse is disrupting blockchain gaming. I believe you. That's their pinned tweet. Let's look at their replies too. Mixed community contribution community amazes us. The mystical weapon. Okay, I don't care about that. This is like the character creation, which looks pretty detailed. If this is actually how it's gonna look, yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, so I was told that their Twitter might have a lot of stuff, but it doesn't look like it has anything that we haven't seen on their website. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass for the rest of this and just say we can go look at their Discord now. Okay. So let's see some of the stuff they might have in here. I don't know. It just looks like basically everything else they have. Rules, announcements. Let's see, do they have any recent announcements? Just their human stuff. Interesting Twitter feed. Yeah, so it seems like this is pretty active though. Like they have a lot of members in here. Ooh, some new Mist token stuff. Very nice. Okay. I mean, there's not really much left I can go over since pretty much everything else has to do with like if I were going to look into like specific developers or something like that. But I think overall the game looks okay. I can't really say anything until like I try it or it goes into some kind of live state or something like that. But based on like this thing, yeah, it looks like they're working pretty hard on it. It looks okay. You can go buy the Mist token now. You can go buy some NFTs now if you want. I probably won't until I see how the game plays, but it's your choice. Do what you want with your money. Just don't get mad if you lose everything. Probably never invest something that you can't lose. But so I hope that was enough to get all of you weird crypto bros off my ass about like, oh, you didn't look at the graphics, or oh, you don't know anything about the game. So I looked at everything that's publicly available about the game, and that's the takeaway I have. Okay. It's okay. It doesn't necessarily look like a scam. At least it looks like they're trying really hard on it. They already have a legit token. I think that there's some issues that I brought up in my review so far, but yeah, that's pretty much my take so far on this. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if there's other things like this you want me to look into, or you want me to go over some stuff like that. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Peace.